Hi, everybody. Hello, my name is Renz. I'm one of the super rockstar Propeller ads. It's nice to see you all here. So today we are going to talk about some of the features, or I'd rather say secrets, that a lot of top affiliates and media buyers are actually using in order to maximize their campaign's performance. But before we start with the presentation, I wanted to ask a little bit, like, how many of you are working with sweepstakes? Any sweepstakes guys? Okay, true story. Like, my mom called me a couple of days ago, and she saw a push notification. So you probably just made a conversion. I mean, like, she was like, "Hey, I just saw a push notification, and I clicked it, and I want an iPhone." So I'm like, "Okay, you want an iPhone? Great. All right." So as I said, my name is Renz. I'm from PropellerAds. PropellerAds has been in the industry for almost 10 years, and we have been one of the leading ad networks when it comes to pop under traffic. I mean, we were for so long, and we are still really huge when it comes to pop, but we are going to talk about push today. Well, push notifications, as you all may know, I mean, I'm sure like everybody knows what push notifications are right now, right? I mean, there's no kind of like needed introduction about it or whatever. So push notifications has started as a technology back in 2011, but PropellerAds has introduced push notifications back in 2017. All right, so as I was saying, like, push notifications has been really huge for like 2018. It was the year of push notifications, and yeah, PropellerAds has been the leading when it comes to volumes and optimizations and all the features that we have provided all of our advertisers. But today, we're gonna talk about things in general, like, how do affiliates and advertisers, media buyers alike, actually position their campaigns, and what kind of optimization features they're using in terms of performance? So as you can see, the market value in 2018 actually was valued at $300 million. I mean, you can understand the scalability of this ad format, but we expect that in 2021, that this lucrative ad format will be valued at $1.8 billion. I know, like, there are a lot of concerns, there are a lot of like hearsay, what's going on with push. You probably have some questions in your head, but let's go through it and see exactly what, what push notifications will be like in 2021. So, as you can see, I want to discuss why exactly push notifications are so huge right now. Like, what made this ad format, I mean, what it is, essentially. So, as you can see, 100% viewability, like users and everyone who's seeing the ads, once they allow notifications to come in on their browser, on their mobile app, they immediately see these ads. I mean, there's no way they can ignore them. I mean, I'm sure you can agree on that. And also, the reach of this ad format is quite huge. I mean, it's a worldwide scale, universal ad format. You can understand that. You can target any geo you wish, any vertical, and yeah, there's fast delivery. It's basically an ad format that has so much efficiency that you can actually reach users even when they're offline, even when they're not using their phone, they're like not browsing on the web. Well, I mean, some sources actually require users to be like browsing or whatever, or into their interface in order for them to see the ads. As you can see, these are how push notifications look like on both mobile and on desktop. Really engaging colors, really engaging creatives and text. These are the things that I know users tend to click on through. Top geos and verticals. I know that a lot of you are like targeting a lot of countries with super variety of verticals. So these are the top countries based on volumes of users. So as you can see, India is really, really strong. 75, yeah, take a screenshot. I mean, this is like valuable data. 75 million users in India, Brazil, Indonesia, the Philippines, following suit, USA, Mexico, and more other geos. And these volumes are just increasing day by day. We're talking about 100% real users, perfect ad format. As you can also see, based on average CTR, that we got dating, e-commerce, software. Personally, I like sweepstakes. I mean, it's in right now. Utilities, betting, cinema, gambling. I'm sure that all of you recognize all of these ad formats, and hopefully that with this presentation and the tools and the features that we're going to present with you, that, yeah, you can get more and more potential performance and eventually more money. Internal secrets. Now, we have gathered top 5 features that a lot of advertisers and media buyers alike, affiliates, are currently using on a general scale, not just at PropellerAds. I mean, of course, we do have these features within our platform, but let's take a look at them. Feature number 1. Now, permanent audience. What do we actually mean about this? A lot of you are saying, like, well, I just want to target fresh users, new users, but you also have to have in mind that these users tend to have high CTR. As you can see right here, we have actually separated the categories based on one sole thing: user engagement. So high user activity are users who have subscribed to push notifications for a couple of days, 1 to 3 days, and you can see the high CTR that there is, like 7.11. I mean, that's huge when it comes to targeting these users. Medium user activity, they've seen some ads, they're quite selective, but still are quite active. Right on the low user activity, this is where all users fall into eventually. Now, why do we say low? Well, low means essentially is that, users have already seen some ads. They're quite more selective, but with the right creatives, with the right target approach, I mean, you can definitely convert, because this is where the volume is. And as you can see right underneath, this is like the flow of how users tend to fall into. So high, new users, medium, quite active, engaging, low, a little bit challenging, but with the right approach, as we said. And once we analyze that, what the system analyzes, that users are inactive. They're not doing anything. They're not responding to our ads. They get eliminated from the system. So this means that you are not targeting anything, and you're not wasting any money from using this category and this user activity feature. Do you like it so far? Is it good? Yeah? Awesome. All right, feature number 2. Well, a lot of you are also saying, and also we believe in this, is that why are my creatives burning out? Why are they not converting eventually? They get to be really nicely performing for about a couple of days, maybe weeks, and then they just burn out. All right, we have the answer. The answer is a smart rotator. A smart rotator basically is auto optimization that's providing you A/B testing, right? You can upload up to 8 creative sets. That, as you can have 2 creative sets on push notifications. That's the icon and the text, or the icon, the text, and a banner size image. Now, you can actually have a variety of this with this smart rotator. Find the better performing zones, better performing ones, the better performing creative sets, meaning that the system allocates traffic equally across all of your creatives, right? And it analyzes which creatives are performing best based on your CTR. And I think that that's a beautiful feature that you all have to be aware of. And of course, you can scale your campaigns quite more efficiently and easier in the long run. Now, intersection of users. What do we actually mean by this? So, a lot of websites tend to have high frequency targeting. This means that they show tons and tons of ads to their users, essentially burning them in the long run, right? I mean, we don't want to actually do that. We want to show ads in a more targeted way, as minimal as possible, but again, we need users to see the ads. So let's take a look at what actually is the answer here. Frequency targeting and global user ID. Let's focus on global user ID though. I mean, make sure that users are not bombarded with your ads. Come on, we don't want to have a frequency of let's say 20/24, right? So optimally speaking, I would definitely suggest 2/24 is quite good. Top 3, 12/24, but that's about it. So with the global user ID, this is actually a way of identifying each user based on, let's say, sir, you have allowed notifications to come in, and you're subscribed to, let's say, 10 websites. So literally, that would mean that I would show you ads from those 10 websites. But with a global user ID, we are going to basically target and show ads to a user in a more efficient timing. And that means 100% that users are going to engage with your ads and not actually get annoyed by them. All right, so another concern is, hey, Renz, I woke up, I launched a campaign yesterday, and today morning, I see that my campaign spent $500, like hypothetically speaking. But in any case, I just set a $50 budget. I mean, what the heck was going on there? So this means that this feature should be utilized when it comes to overspending. So imagine a feature that allocates traffic across your campaign, right, on a 24-hour basis, okay, and basically stops spending while your budget has been reached. No exact late clicks going on and over delivery and overspending in the long run. This is a great tool when it comes to guys who have like limited budgets or really want to like control things in a more efficient manner. As you can see, the system analyzes based on behavioral patterns and blocks unexpected clicks. So this is a very, very important tool for everybody to be aware of. Feature number 5, push interactive. We all know what push notifications look like. We all know that users see images, banners, and texts on mobile, web, and on desktop. But how can we actually get push notifications into the next level? So, because this is a feature that a lot of advertisers have been requesting, and it's creating huge, huge buzz. And yeah, we hear you. Polls and buttons. As you can see, well, this is actually a nice little example. Push notification with a dating offer, right? So imagine a push notification with buttons. I mean, based on behavioral psychology, I mean, if somebody, a user, gets to have an option, 2 options to be specific, not more, there's a better chance for a user to actually engage and create urgency and eventually clicking on the ad and be a conversion. So increase engagement, definitely, and also this is also an additional option in terms of the user journey, and yeah, I think this is actually a very, very nice feature. What do you think of it? It's good, right? It's pretty good. Now, I've mentioned 5 top features. Now, how can you actually optimize everything all together automatically? Now, as you may know, on push notifications, we got CPC and CPM, right? I mean, I guess most of you, when it comes to launching push campaigns, these are the 2 models that you're working with, right? Featuring the target CPA goal. So what it does is that once you create a campaign and you optimize it the way that I just basically showed you, having a CPC or a CPM campaign with a CPA target goal, let's say you have a betting offer, right? And it costs, like, let's say $7. Once you add your target goal, what the algorithm does is it sets your campaign on an automated way. So it gets rid of underperforming zones and only connect your campaigns with the top sources that can convert into conversions. Thus, it's less manual for everybody. I mean, essentially, that's what the goal is at the end of the day, right? I mean, focus on optimization, but automatically speaking, this is the way to go. Now, this is a case study, a recent case study, that one of our advertisers had the courtesy of sharing with us because he used almost all of the features that I've talked about. Let's see, it's a casino offer. The offer name is Syndicate Casino, right? He targeted Australia. Pricing model was on CPC with 12 cents, right? And yeah, mobile, as we can see, and the period that this campaign was launched was on May 31st until the 7th of June. And let's see exactly what he did and what the results were. So as you can see, the campaign was launched with a frequency capping of 2/24. That means 2 ads in 24 hours. Pretty decent. And then user activity, this advertiser targeted high. Now, as we said, high user activity means fresh users, they've just allowed notifications to come in, and they're seeing this ad for the first time. Then, the advertiser added a target CPA of $11.25 for Australia, right? So that means that the system will eliminate any other bad zones that are not going to perform or not going to perform for this campaign. And lastly, the advertiser, well, here we could show you like 2 creatives, but the advertiser actually used 5 out of 8 that he was allowed to. So he used various types of creatives, different colors, different text, and everything like that. And yeah, let's see how it did. The results, well, the advertiser just spent $408, right? Revenue was 815 cents, crazy for such an offer. Net profit, $406.84 with an ROI, guys, of 100+%. I mean, as you can understand, it's all about optimization at the end of the day. I mean, if you position yourself and your campaigns and set them up the right way with all of these features that we've mentioned, of course, new features are coming in all the time, but these are the ones that advertisers and media buyers, affiliates are using right now, and yeah, these are their results. Now, let's talk a little bit about the potential risks, because I know that maybe there are some skepticism, what's going on, because a lot of the small players are actually abusing some stuff that, let's see what those are. So, high frequency, we've talked about this. Annoying users by constant ad serving. Makes sense. More ad frequency, more ad showing to an advertiser, the more annoying he gets. Burn, that's it. Number 2, duplicate subscriptions. A lot of websites actually duplicate subscribe their users, right? And basically that means they subscribe a user twice with the disadvantage of he will get ads again in an annoying fashion. So we don't want this to happen as well. I mean, of course, PropellerAds has been only working with direct clients, direct websites, and we are one of the top leading ad networks in the world that do not do any of these risks, these potential that might jeopardize the integrity of push notifications. Number 3, subscription traps. A lot of websites actually mislead their users into subscribing. Some instant, click here, allow notifications, and you get $2. I don't know. Something shady. Now, this is also one of the risks that a lot of players in the industry are abusing, and of course, Google is hearing all of this. Now, one question. Do you think Google will ban push notifications? Is there a chance for such an industry in 2021 worth $1.8 billion to get banned? Let's see. The thing is that the most important thing that we need to realize is that a lot of players, as I said, are abusing some of these practices. But what needs to be done is to eliminate all of these low-quality players, right, that are doing such practices. Now, there are some potential that the opt-in process for subscribing push notification users to get a little bit trickier. Rather, right now we got like a one-click flow, so it's basically one step, allow, boom, that's it, he subscribed. But we predict that there will be a double opt-in process, making it a little difficult, but in the long run, this means quality, 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 right? One more thing is that the opt-out flow could get quite simple. That means that users can actually, opt out of the seeing ads, and it gets a lot more easier for them. Now, as I said, low-quality networks are increasing in the industry, and they're disrupting the user experience for all of the subscriptions that they have. Push market trends. Now, what do we see apart from all of the verticals that we talked about and all of the activity that are happening right now, are going to be huge in 2019 and 2021. We believe that content promotion and brand awareness will have a much bigger impact. So, well, big brands are actually hearing about push notifications and they see the potential. Let's take some of the very relevant examples. Let's say Netflix. Netflix content, they want to show you that they got a new episode of Stranger Things or any other series that they have really, really hot right now. So you might not click on it now, but you are aware that the new Stranger Things series has come out, and eventually you're going to click and watch the movie or watch the series. Another thing is content and branding. I mean, as you can see, push notification has been a huge, huge factor when it comes to performance, right? Performance marketing. But also, in terms of content, you can actually see that a lot of blogs, a lot of websites are really, really gaining traction into showing what they have in terms of new content, blogs, and news articles. So this is something that we believe that in 2019, 2020 will have huge impact on push notifications. Now, another thing that we see that's going to gain a lot of attention is personalized recommendations. Now, imagine a technology that allows you to target users based on behavioral patterns. Let's say based on their age, based on their email address, which websites they visited recently, right? So imagine push notifications being used as an ad format to show you an ad that is more relevant to you. So you visited, let's say, a streaming website. So we already know that you're interested in streaming, you're interested in watching some kind of movie or whatnot, and thus sending you a push notification to watch the new, I don't know, Mad Men. I don't know, what kind of movie is it? I don't know the recent movies, so I'm not really watching a lot of them. But yes, do you think that this is something that's going to be big in 2020? Maybe. Thank you so much. I think that we have shared all of the features, all of the secrets that we are able to, and I hope to see you again next year. It's been a pleasure. We are on booth number B16. If you have any question at all, we are more than welcome and happy to provide you with extra information, extra insights, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you so much.